Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, or pretty much good night. That's our world, all on different time frames. I've decided to use my intuition to go live instead of planning in advance. And I've been guided to come on now, Sunday. And I don't ever ask the reason why. And maybe that's something you should start doing, because you're always guided to what you need to do. And it's not about you questioning. It's not about you believing. And it's not about you knowing why. It's not up to you to know why. And I've been discussing the laws of the universe to awaken you, to help you understand why you feel the way you feel. So ask yourself this question. Are you happy? Do you have fearful issues? Do you take drugs for anxiety? Do you have money problems? Do you have relationship problems? I'm sure that you all have something that's not in the light. So after going over and over all these laws, they pretty much say the same thing. And I'm still going to discuss the next 5. And then I'm trying to do a sum total of this. The real message is this. You know everything. Because yesterday I posted a poem. And my poem was about the law of one. And how God is a very powerful energy, and we are energy from Him. So we are also God. Now, I asked my guides, it's a struggle for all of you, including it was for me, to understand the thought of, I even actually post things about God does this for me and does that for me, and there's a lot of messages out there about God, and religious things about God. But I asked, and this is the answer. The person who helps you, the person who you actually really talk to, the person who brings you things is your higher self. And anything you want is given to you by your higher self. It doesn't come from God. God is an energy just like you. And we need to understand that we are all one. Now, you also can't get upset about some of the things that you have believed or what's happened in your past, because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens to learn. And, let me ask you another question. Do you want to continue to live in a life full of challenges? Because your challenges is your karma, is your lessons to learn. Everything comes back to you. So you need to practice to get out of these habits that have been put upon you for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Because of the law of karma and reincarnation, that's the truth, whether you want to believe it or not. You can choose to believe, whatever you want to believe. But the only person who will suffer from it is you. So when you wake up in the morning, think about yourself and say positive things about yourself. Now, if you have illness, if you have problems with your body, your head, whatever, you create your future by your thoughts. You create everything by what comes out of your mouth. So how do you create your future to be healthy? So instead of saying, oh, I have stomach pains, I have cancer, I have this, I have that, then don't put that out there. Tell yourself and put out every day how you are happy. Even if you're not feeling happy, how do you want to be happy? You're going to be happy because you can create that for yourself by saying and feeling it. So let's say at this particular moment you're very depressed. And if you go, oh, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, then you're going to be depressed even more. So instead, try this. Say, I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. Until you feel it. And if you have to say it 5 times, 15 times, 500 times, what does it matter? Because that's how you change your feeling. And that's what you put into your future. And so you don't say, oh, I'm sick. You say, I'm healthy. I'm always well. I never get anything. However you want your future to be is what you say. Now, women have problems about, and probably men, I don't know, I'm sorry, speaking negatively about their relationships. So we don't put that out into the universe. We don't discuss it with our friends. We talk about what we want to create for ourselves. Everybody is loving. Everybody is honest. I love my life. Life is magical. Life is beautiful. Life is sunshine. And that's what you live. So I want you to think about that. Now, anytime I want to know something, I ask. And I'm going to be honest, I struggled with this oneness myself. And, you know, I manifest so much. And there was a time I thought, wow, I'm just lucky. And, but you see, the thing about me is I follow my intuition 100%. I don't put others before me. I do it, whether even I agree with it or not. And all of this time I thought it was my guides and it was God. And really it's my higher self. We are oneness. So I am you and you are me. And the reason why I do this is because I know that we all need to evolve for this world to change. And there's collective consciousness. So collectively, we create everything else that goes on. Now, you cannot get angry and you cannot get mad, and you cannot blame yourself or anybody else for your past. All that matters is the present moment in time. And I'm going to ask you another question. Do you enjoy getting up every day and working and having issues paying bills? Do you enjoy, especially if you're in the United States, I mean, there are people I know that work 12, 13 hours a day. They work 80 hours a week. They work for money, 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 money. God is the source of your supply. And your job is just a channel to get the money. So you don't have to get that channel from work. Would you like to stop working? Would you like to be happy and carefree and disease-free? Because if that's what you truly want, and I'm sure there isn't one person who's going to disagree with that one, then we can collectively change this world in one instant. We can change the weather. We can change our health. We can change our body. We can change whatever we want to change. Because we are given this gift. I don't even know if it's a gift. It's called the law of abundance. That's what we are. And these are the things you have to know, you need to understand, and you need to believe, and just test it for yourself. We don't need scientific proof. You know, the world is rainbow colors, like I post. And I want to tell you something else. Do you think when I was a child, I thought I would be speaking to all of you? No way. Did you think as a child I would be writing? No, I hated school. And poetry? So this is my path. This is how I'm being led. So I'll tell you, I lost my job right after I got a divorce back in 2008. And I had no income. Long story short, I couldn't even get unemployment. But because my higher self knew that I had a destiny, I couldn't get hired doing anything until I figured out what my destiny was. And because God is the supplier of your money, my ex-husband supported me. And how many ex-husbands would do that for you? But I know that he was influenced by God because he is the giver of your money. So I didn't work until I figured it out. And what they wanted me to do, or my higher self, was to write. And trust me, I'm like, what am I going to write? I have no idea what I'm going to write. So I started this free blog. And actually, I went to a party on my birthday and met a girl who I never knew. And she's the one who told me that I should write. And I don't even know her, but she was a messenger. And this is how you get your messages from other people also. So I started writing, and every day I freaked out. And every day all the information just came flooding into my head. And then 2 years passed, and believe it or not, I woke up one morning and I couldn't speak. I couldn't speak for 2 days in words. Everything that I said was a rhyme. So I said, oh, you want me to write poetry? Am I a poet? No, I'm a messenger. I channel the poetry. And you ask every single thing that you want. Everything that you want and how you want it is how you get it. So don't be afraid to ask yourself or whoever you think you're asking for whatever it is that you want. So for instance, I said, oh my gosh, I said, I want to spread my word, out into the world more. So what should I do? And then Facebook came to mind. And I didn't know about Facebook. I think when I joined Facebook, I had 3 friends, like my family. And now I have over 5,000 friends and followers and groups and all of that. So you see, I followed my higher self, and I was able to create this and help all of you. And all my poetry is channeled. So I have a mind that goes very fast. And, meditation, I can't lay down and go, and get all this stuff. I can't close my mind. So I do it through pictures. Because as long as your mind is silent, even for a minute, you can get this information. Look at my poetry. That's proof, isn't it? I write my poetry on my cell phone. So I found this great app, all these beautiful pictures that you all love, and I love too. And I go through these pictures, and then bam, a photo comes, gives me a feeling and a word. So I go on my phone and I start typing. I just do the one word. And all of the stuff that I write just comes flowing out. And if a word is given to me that I've never heard of before, now in the past, I'm like, oh, I don't know what that word means. And I would get no more information. So I had to trust it. So I was like, oh my God, I'm a fool here. I'm going to write down something. I don't even know what it means. And do you know that after I wrote the poem, using their word, posted it, I looked it up in the dictionary and it was the right word. So you see, like, everything comes to you. Anything you need to know, you can get this information from your higher self. So, anyway, I want to read a couple of these laws. The law 5 is the law of evolution. Everyone on earth shares the goal of soul evolution. We have reincarnated because we desire to spiritually evolve by rising above our fear-based emotions and learning to express unconditional love. In so doing, we raise our vibrational rate and experience a state of harmony. Even if it appears that you are not evolving, you in reality are making progress. We learn through the pain, unfortunately, of our disharmonious acts, which can be viewed as our mistakes or failures. But if you fell off a bicycle 9 times before you learned to ride it on the 10th attempt, you needed 9 failures to achieve your final success. Does that make sense? Are there failures in life? No. You chose, again, I will say this over and over again, to come here. And we are on a karmic wheel. If collectively everything about us changed, we would erase all karma and our whole world would change. And we wouldn't have to work. We wouldn't have to deal with all the things that we deal with, all the lies. So the only way it's going to happen for you is you need to put your time, effort, and energy into it. You can change your karmic lessons, like I said last video. And when you learn wisdom and harmony and love and unconditional love and release all expectations and change your life, anything that you've predestined for yourself won't be traumatic. And eventually, and this doesn't come from me, so I'll let you know, it's just some things that I've read. I don't normally express this, but I'm going to, because part of me believes